welcome back to the Realistic Farming Channel, or Farming Simulator 19, where we use real tractors, real equipment, realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. We are back here on the Millennial Farmer map. We are still on day 3, where I left you guys off. We were mowing, and I finished it. I went ahead and I finished it off camera. What I also wanted to show you guys was, as you see here where my mouse is, I'll go slow. I'm still playing, even when I play off camera. I'm playing at 1x speed. 20 hours and 38 minutes I've played the game. So I wanted to keep that going for you. As you can see, we've got a lot of bales done already. And I got a new tractor. All right, all right, all right. I did some research, and this came out on the farmingsimulator.com website. And I was super excited because the white tractor factory was originally purchased and owned by Case. And from, I think, 1970 to 1979. I may be mistaken on those dates, but it's in the 70s sometime. It wasn't very long. So I went ahead and downloaded it. I thought, hey, cool. It's technically part of the Case family. So I went ahead, and this is the Case 195 horsepower workhorse. And our baler's getting pretty filthy. Pretty filthy. So we're here. And we're going to do a little bit of baling. And as you can see, I've got it set up on tons. And a... whoops. 10,000 liter bale is roughly about 3.5 tons. And I like this 3135 baler because it allows me to put 2 bales together. I originally started stacking way over there in the corner. You can see I was going to do all 8 because I downloaded. Let me show you guys. Baling technology. We're gonna go on and buy this right now because as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go pick it up. Let's see, baling technology. I went ahead and downloaded the T127. It holds hold 8 round bales. Super realistic. They use these in real life to pick up round bales. So we're gonna go ahead and buy that now. And when we get done, hopefully we get enough done here, we'll go pick it up. I got to start down that end, work my way this way, because remember the bales that we started with way up there, the stack of 8, if you look at them way up in the corner there, they're my first ones that I did, so they're going to have the most time on them. So they got to go in the front. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to put these outside, because when I grew up, we used to keep our silage bales outdoors because they're wrapped. You want them to pretty much ferment anyways. So I don't know. I may get rid of one of our sheds. We'll see. Yeah, I was super excited to find this little white tractor, and I did some research, and in the description of it, I'll put a link in our description too here. So you guys can go right to it and download it if you want. It's a really nice tractor. Let me show you. It's pretty simple. It shows you the speed that you're working at. Pretty simple. The throttle button works. It probably wouldn't have... I just realized it's got a cell phone charger. It probably wouldn't have that in a real life tractor of this age, because it didn't come with a radio like that. Not at this year. Now this could be aftermarket technically, and then charging his phone, which I guess you could put that in there. So super realistic. But I'll be quiet here and we'll go back to baling. We were at 82%, and we're at 3.25 tons. And like I stated to you guys in the first episode, I think it was, first or second episode, I can't remember now, round bales in real life weigh a lot. They really, really, really do. You can't pick them up by hand. You got to pick them up with a front loader, skid steer, those sort of things. And if you see, we're going to approach almost 4 tons. load that one. In 9-day seasons, I did find out that it takes 72 hours to ferment a bale. But the nice thing is I can just walk up to the bale and it'll tell me, I have my little thing that comes with seasons, and I can just scan it instead of keep walking back over to the silage pit. I mean, half a dozen one another. There we go. We got 2 of them, and we're off again. And each one of those is 10,000 liters, so technically I've baled since we started 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60. 160,000 liters off where we left off half the field. I did sell a lot of the silage off to get what we needed to get rid of the pits and stuff. I mean, I didn't sell it. I picked the chaff up and sold the chaff, which didn't get me a whole heck of a lot of money. But anyways, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I caught the basketball game tonight. Playoffs are going on. Brooklyn fought off Milwaukee in a real close game. It was a really good game. I'm just a fan in basketball in general. As you guys knew from my video a couple videos ago of the home stories. Played a lot of basketball in my life. Lot. So, I just follow basketball, period. No matter who's playing, to me, it really doesn't matter who's playing. I'm just a fan of the game, fan of good games, especially when it comes down to, like, the final couple minutes, couple seconds or whatever it was, like it did tonight. It was a good game. And that's awesome. A couple of things that we were discussing today on a couple of the modding sites. Damn fly again. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Almost caught him with my mitt. I think it's the same fly because my cat catches them, and we've watched him catch them. We've only got like 3 flies, I swear to God, in this whole house, and one keeps landing on my microphone every time. Maybe he likes the smell of my breath. It's funny. But he landed there and caught me off guard, and it caught me to cough for a minute because I was like, what? Landed on my nose. And then I leaned back, took a deep breath. I was like, whoa. Anyway, so that's too funny. That stupid fly. 2 videos in a row. Got a fly that's landed on me. That's great. Where was I? Oh, yeah. We were talking on a couple of the modding sites today. What do you guys want to see in Farming Simulator 22? I think by looking at some of the things that they're coming out with and videos and stuff that they're releasing, pictures, and I watched Farmer Klein's do a detailed review on it, they're going to have a lot of production. And I guess Elm Creek, I think that's the name of the map. The map actually came out. They released the name of it. I think it's called Elm Creek. Don't quote me on that. I'm probably wrong. It's Elm something. But it looks like they're going to have incorporated factories, so you won't have to have global company for factories. It's going to have incorporated seasons. They already said that. Seasons are going to act completely different. Seasons are going to be a lot, from what they said, more realistic. And I think that the realism modding that did the seasons did a pretty darn good job as far as mimicking what real life seasons is all about. But they said it was going to be in game, so everybody, even council's going to get them. It's console. I got to get it right. Every time I always want to say council, but I think it's console. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, they're going to incorporate it. They're going to have factories. They're using a complete new game engine from what they said. So it's going to be a lot less taxing on PCs, which is good because, like I told you guys before, I'm a huge fan on, not everybody has, like YouTubers setups for their videos and can have powerful computers like mine and like everybody else's that's doing YouTube videos, because you have to, in order to do YouTube videos, you have to have a somewhat more powerful computer. Not, you don't have to have a super duper like top of the line like mine, but you do have to have enough to do the video and the playing of the game. So anyway, so they said it was going to be a lot less taxing. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think of what do you guys want in the new farming simulator that's coming out? And my guess is probably November. That would be probably my biggest guess, or my closest guess, because they always release them in November. It's always right around Thanksgiving time that they release it. Last one was November 22nd, actually. And 17, I think, was November 19th. And I think 15 was November 20th. So if they're going to follow their own patterns, it'll be November. But if they get the game done, now keep in mind too, I'm assuming, and don't be too heartbroken, I'm assuming when the game first comes out, it's going to have a lot of bugs, it's going to have a lot of issues, it's going to have to be worked through. Whenever us YouTubers get started on a brand new game, we understand that. We understand how that works with the bugs and stuff. So we just try to get our videos out at the beginning, and we try to get everybody caught up and familiarized with how things work. You'll see everybody will have... There'll be everybody and their brother will have a tutorial out on how to do stuff on it. Just pick your favorite one and go with it. And my suggestion is go with the ones that have always steered you right for all the Farm Sim games. Whether it's me, whether it's Farmer Klein, whether it's Raznick, whether it's whoever you choose to. Because everybody will have one. I can almost stake my career on it. Anyways, I was just wondering what everybody thought, what they think that should be in the game. With me, I didn't even look down. I was like, how come that's opening? With me, I want the proportion fixed. See how tiny I look? I would be a little bit taller than that tree. Yeah, I'd be a little bit taller than this. But then when I stand on this, look. When I stand on the step, I'm taller than the tractor. The proportion's all whacked out on this game. So that's what I'd like to see them fix, is the proportion. I think they need to make the tractors bigger. The tractors bigger and the people bigger. I think it needs to be... that's what I would like to see, is proportion. So I don't have a tiny little body running around in the game. And so that it's like when you're driving a tractor next to a car on one of the roads, your tractor is huge. If anybody has ever seen a tractor in real life, which most of you have, if not, some of you haven't, but that's cool too, but most of the guys who watch the Farm Sim videos have either seen farming or have seen tractors in real life. They're absolutely ginormous. Like I explained to you guys, literally, in episode 1, the proportion, like the plow that I have, is 32 feet wide, which is wider than a road. Roads are only 25 feet wide from line to line. And I had to double check that. I was like, after I watched the video back, I was like, is that correct that I'm telling people? I looked it up. From white line to white line, the U.S. standard road is 25 feet. They're standard 12-foot lanes, and they give a foot-wide shoulder on each end to make it 25. Now, granted, on the superhighways, when you get up, with the speed limit 65, 75, 85 miles an hour, you'll have a 15-foot shoulder, so the road will seem wider because they want you to be able to pull over. But a standard road... if you've ever driven down a road, the guardrail is usually right there on the edge pretty close to the edge of the road. It's within a couple of feet. So I did look it up. Whoa. I get talking and I forget my bale. That's the only reason that I would want to do square bales. So that I could just keep going. But this isn't too bad. I don't mind round bales either. That's what we used. We had a round baler. And we just stopped It just, the baler would just stop, like, shut off pickup, which is exactly what they did in this game. And I remember for the longest time, everybody was coming out with super, like, fast bale wrappers and things like that. And the one thing that I noticed more than anything is there's a lot of people out there that are impatient. Farming is definitely not an impatient job. It is a slow process. There's many a days that you can't do anything because of the weather, because of everything that happens. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it we've had it in the past where thunderstorms have happened and come and literally we seeded a field, and the next day a huge thunderstorm came through and washed the entire field out of seeds. Like, when we went up to the field to check on it, all the seeds had pulled up from the ground and had rolled to the side of the field. So technically, basically, that field is a waste, because unless you're willing to go and replow it in, you're still going to have those seeds grow. You're going to have all those corn seeds grow or wheat seeds grow on the sides, and it's a pain. Not going to lie. So farming is slow. It's a slow process. So the other thing I'd like to see for me is, first, number one is proportion. I'd like to have the proportion fixed. So you're about the same size and everything's in proportion. And the other thing I'd like to see is the time scale. I mean, granted, not everybody wants to play 24 hours a day. I think the best thing they ever did in Farming Simulator 19 was bring out the sleep. Well, let's bring out the ability to sleep, because farmers go to bed at night. Some of them work all night long. Depends on what you're doing. Like I told you guys before, when you're harvesting, sometimes you go all night, but you sleep during the day. Like, if you know that harvesting's coming up, it's like working third shift. You know you're going to be, what we used to do is we'd go in shifts. One person's harvesting, we'd always have two people, because we always had me, my brother-in-law, and me. Me, my brother-in-law, my dad. Oh my gosh, I just said it back. Oh, that's going to be backwards. And so one guy would work the grain cart, definitely, and one guy would work the harvester, and the other one would go home and take a nap. 2-3 hours here, and that's how you do it. You go in shifts. So by the time third shift rolls around, everybody slept 2, 3, 4 hours. It's not a lot. You're still extremely exhausted, but you would see, we don't got much left of this field. I'd like to get this field done. Grass picked up off of it. But by the time it rolled around for third shift, you'd be pretty much wrapped up. But like I stated last episode, I normally would have just plowed this in. But as you can see, each one of these bales is 10,000 liters. All of these bales would be wasted, just gone. And now we have silage. And let's check it real quick, actually. The other thing is, it came with a chicken pen, but it wasn't, I'm not able to sell it or anything like that. But let's go to cow. 58,574 for the entire year. Entire year. And we've got hundreds. We're probably about I haven't counted, but we're probably at about 200. 200,000. So we got enough to feed our cows for the entire year. And I told you guys, until we get going with this field over here, is going to be grass. This one's going to be my big crop field. But until we get that done, we'll feed them just silage, and then we'll start feeding total mixed rations. It'll be pretty cool. But yep, the two things I'd like to see is proportion and the speed. Some people, I mean, the ability to speed up time is great, but I think base time should be 1x speed. If you want to speed it up, like in this game, when you get it, base time is 5x. You have to turn it down to 1x. I think 1x should be base time. And there should be a way, if you want to play super realistic, where, you know, I think manual attach, all those things should be already in the game. And you have the ability to shut them off. I think, you know, if you put them in the game, all those realistic mods like I've downloaded for this game, I think it's just easier to have a little check mark where people can shut it off, and then make it so that if you want to play with everything on, like this one here is like different economy modes, and that's absolutely great. But I think it should be like if you pick the hard mode or extreme mode or realism mode, whatever they decide, everything should be turned on. Like base game, like if you want to play on easy mode, there's no seasons, there's no manual attach, there's no nothing like that. And that may be outside the realm of reality, but if you want to call it a farming simulator game, then I believe that you should do that. That's what I think. I'm going to stop here. I did decide. I finally decide. I'm playing around now for, this is episode 8. Playing around with 8 episodes to get the right mower. And I finally made the decision and broke down. I've had 3 different sets now. Remember, we had the Kong mower. Then we went back to the regular mowers. Then we downloaded the krone mowers. And I said, all right, if we're going to have this much grass to mow, enough is enough is enough. And I went ahead and I downloaded the Big M 500. And that's what I mowed this with. It gives me the opportunity to swath and lay it down just like the other one did. The other krone. But it just mows right. For a big, I mean, especially when you have a 100-acre field. And we're only going to have a 17-acre field. And then I'm going to buy that one up there and that one across right next to us. They're all going to be grass. Oh, actually, it might not, because the field on the other side of us is going to be grass. So I might just, yeah. But we're going to need the Big M. All right, so let me turn this off. Turn this off. I mean, look at this tractor, though, guys. Look, it looks sweet. I think this is like mid-70s. There she is. Went ahead and bought her. Pulled the trigger and bought her. $450,000. Oh, and the last episode, I had said twice, and I didn't finish it. Remember, I was like, we got bad news. Well, the bad news is we now have a loan of $500,000. So I had to, after selling all the equipment off, I had to borrow $500,000. After selling all of the chaff off and all of the sheds back that we didn't use, we're up to $320,000. But this bad boy, I had to get the $500,000 loan because this bad boy here cost me $420,000. So it was crazy. It's inexpensive, but look at all of this. Whoever did this mod's amazing. All of the gas or the fuel level shows in here. Shows you the def. Like if I put def in it, shows me whether the mower decks are raised or lowered. It shows me RPMs. Like look, RPMs, everything. How many hours I've put on it already. And if you look down the bottom, I've mowed 12.63 acres with it. That's absolutely... Whoever did this mod needs... I have to look up who it is. I'll put a link in the description, but absolutely amazing. So, get out back here. In my tiny little body. Alrighty. Look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for your families. I am so happy you guys are joining me on this journey. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit the little ding notification bell. I'm coming out with videos pretty much for this farm every other day. Starting next week will be every day, but it may be the new Riverside Farm map that came out. Or it may be truck sim. I have not done a truck sim video in ages. Or as Spelnick says on the Sandlot. What? Spelnick, yeah, I think. Forever. That one was for Raznick. Anyways, as usual, guys, have a great night, great day, great evening, and catch everyone on the flip side. Fury Machine out.